All right, all right. Let's go ahead and get some racing at MHOR RC going 21-5 up first. Should have Chad, Welby, Jeffrey, Tim, Darren, and Hector. And we'll need those drivers out of race 5 out to Marshall.
Chad Williams, Darren Semen.
It's got most of my drivers up on the stand
Hector
already.
Lozano.
Probably could use one volunteer for myself. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? Shut down windows. No. What happened? Probably straight away where that white car is. It was running. All right, could I have everyone take one more lap for me, please? One more lap. The lineup is going to be Chad on the 1, Welby 2, Jeffrey 3, Tim 4, Darren 5, and Hector
Chad
will
Williams,
take the 6.
Darren Semen, Hector Lozano.
Taking my marshals and my volunteer. It's a risky spot, Jonathan. All right. Drivers and marshals, we are live in less than 5. We are off and running. Chad going to lead him around. Welby, good clean start, going to take over the lead. The rest of the field getting a little piled up after that first tabletop. It is that green and orange of Welby Knowles down the straightaway. Chad hanging on to the 2 with Darren 3, Tim 4. There's Hector in the 5. So Welby pulling out a good sized lead now, coming through that final table. And down the straightaway, green and orange, your race leader. Got Chad looking nice and smooth in the 2 spot, the green and silver. And Darren, orange and blue, rounding out the top 3 with Tim. Looking to track him down in that red and white. This track definitely produces really good racing. It's a lot of opportunity for passes. Got Jeffrey moving up into the top 5 now. That purple and white getting around Hector. Just remember your race leader down the straightaway, green and orange. Is everybody getting a little spread out now? Closest battle is Tim and Darren, but Tim goes down. Gets a good marshal. Yeah, We are just about halfway through this thing. It is Welby showing the way. Another nice and smooth lap. No whammies. 14-3. It's been awfully consistent. There's Chad in the 2 spot. Green nose, white back, down the straightaway. He's the only car left on lead lap at the moment. With Darren rounding out the top 3, the blue, silver over that middle table. Tim not far behind. That is the battle to watch down the straightaway. Got Tim throwing down his best lap right there, 15-3. Watch straightaway. The minute 30 to go. Race number 2 going to be 17.5 two-wheel drive. That's going to be a fun one to watch as well. Welby down that straightaway. 21.507. Chad a 25.15. It's got to keep it smooth. Try to learn something from Welby. Darren rounding out the top 3 with Tim still not far behind. Got Jeffrey starting to move up on these guys as well. Spoke too soon. Another good lap there out of Tim. 15 flat. He's really trying to put the hammer down now. 30 seconds to go. Looks like Welby going to go out for one more. Chad should make it. And he will. Keep it going, Chad. But that will be it. There is Darren across the line. Tim across the line. And one more. One more. And that is the race. Thank you, marshals. Thank you to my drivers. Got Darren taking third. Chad 2 with Welby. Going to set the pace. A 21.510. We are on to race number 2, 17.5 two-wheel drive. Should have Alex, Kevin, Andrew, Tristan, David making a bump, and Colin.
Colin Clark.
Watch the straightaway, watch straightaway. Again, watch the straightaway.
Tristan Humphrey. Kevin Alder. David Fox.
And
Alex
thank you to Jeremy.
Sprout-Hokolas.
As a what? And then you got a break. I asked you if you wanted to be back to back. All right. Is Andrew back there? Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and line them up then. We got Alex on the 1, Kevin 2, Tristan 3, David 4, and Colin will take the 5. All right. Drivers and marshals, we are live in less than 5. First time I've seen Tristan run the new track, and Colin for that matter. I don't think I've seen him out here. So Alex gonna lead lap 1. He's got that green and silver. David making the bump up into 17.5. I love to see it. It's gonna be Kevin 3, Tristan 4, Colin rounding out the field, but not for long as Tristan gets it stuck up on the pipe. Alex down that straightaway, not a bad lap, not a great one either. 15.1. David had a 14.9. Colin now applying the pressure here to Kevin for that 3 spot. The 2 orange cars in the chicane. Kevin gets well out of the way. Doesn't want none of that problem. It's not a big gap between first and second, only about 2 seconds separating your race leader, that green and silver, and the black and white of David. It's a little bobble there out of Alex. Got Colin down the straightaway, the solid orange. Yellow wheels rounding out the top 3 with Tristan 4. Kevin had a great start going. Got to keep it under control. Just about to the halfway point. Closest battle is for the race lead. It's Alex down the straightaway. Here comes David. They are pretty much matching each other's lap. Got Alex playing it safe. Taking nice, easy lines. Down the straightaway once again, 14.6 out of Alex. David, 15.3. That's not what he's looking for with 2 minutes left to go. Still Colin 3, Kevin 4, and Tristan rounding out the field. We've got these stadium truck drivers coming up next. A little bit of a mixed bag. We got a couple of short courses joining them. Ooh. Coming up onto our final minute. Alex just continues to plug away on the laps. Current pace 21.510. David 21.514. Got Colin at a 19.506. 45 seconds to go. there are no real battles out there. Closest one is between Kevin and Tristan. But those two are about 4 seconds apart. 2 seconds apart, I should say. Just one lap to go. That battle, Tristan takes over the 4. Coming over that first tabletop now. Whoa. That's time expired. Tristan gonna take it. David, you are done. That is everybody. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. I'll do it, Jeffrey. Yeah. Well, it's Colin taking third, David 2, and Alex setting the pace. 21-5-10. We've got the stadium trucks / short course. Track
Donnie Jackson. Hector Lozano. Bash a doodle do. Colby Harden. David Miller.
All right. There is Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Moore.
And
Gabe Wenez.
All right, I got all of my marshals, all my drivers. Let's go ahead and line them up. It is David on the 1, Gabe 2, Colby 3, Jeffrey 4, Donnie 5, Hector 6, and Bash a Doodle Do will take the back. All right, drivers and marshals on the sound of the tone. So we are off and running. A lot of trucks out here, 7 of them. A couple short courses joining the mix. David gets out to a great start, that orange and black. You got Colby representing short course everywhere. And Donnie Jackson, good start for him, up into the top 3, the black and yellow. Oh, David down that straightaway. Good lap there, 14-3. Donnie up into the 2 spot, 14-7 with Colby. Rounding out the top 3. Got Jeffrey in the 4. Make that Jeffrey up into the 3. Whoa. We are a minute 30 into it. Race leader. Black and orange, yellow wheels down the straightaway. It is Colby in the 2, Donnie 3. Bash-a-doodle-doo up into the 4. And Jeffrey rounding out the top 5. Just about halfway through. It's the closest battle out there's gonna be between Colby and Donnie. That's for the 2 spot. As Colby lets the leader around. Whoa. Good lap out of Donnie, 14-6. It's been his fastest so far. He's coming up onto some traffic. That black and yellow down the straightaway sits in the 2. Top 3 through the front table. Oh, roll over. There it is. It's the one advantage about short course. They usually marshal themselves. It is David, Donnie, Colby, Bash-a-doodle-doo. Jeffrey rounding out the top 5. Hector 6 and Gabe in the 7. Coming up on 1 to go. See current pace. Down the straightaway for David, 21.501. Closest time we've seen to 22. We do have 4-wheel drive coming up next. It's Colby throwing down his best lap there, 14.5. Fifteen seconds to go. Oh, David, keep it going. Jeffrey, you're the first to finish. There is Gabe, you're done. Donnie. Colby with a good run in the bus. And one more. And that is everybody. Thank you to my marshals and my drivers. Got Colby taking 3rd, Donnie 2, and David Miller going to set the pace, 22.514. So we have got the first heat of 4-wheel drive coming up next. Yeah. Yes. Colby has his tucked in front of it, and he catches it all the time. Yeah. Yeah. No. Right on. Thank you.
Steve Foley. Gary Weaver. Alex Stroudhopoulos.
What? Yeah. Whoa!
Kendra Knowles.
All right. I have got
Jonathan
all
Gale
of my drivers out there. And taking all my marshals. Let's go ahead and line them up. Do what Donnie said. So you got Jonathan on the 1, Steve Foley on the 2, Gary 3, Kendra 4, and Alex on the 5. All right. Drivers and marshals, we are live in less than 5. Off and running first heat of 4-wheel drive. Got Steve Foley making an appearance. Very fast driver. Looking up the inside, nice move. Got Kendra moving up into the 2 spot, slight bobble there out of Jonathan. Kendra 2, Alex 3, Jonathan 4, Gary Weaver making his comeback. Everybody's been wondering where he's been. His top 3 coming over that second table into the 3rd. Blue and yellow out front of Steve Foley. Oh, Alex, little bobble. Kendra looking good in the 2 spot. Blue, pink, and white. Steve throwing down a 12-9 last time by. Oh, but he goes down in the midfield. Kendra not close enough to capitalize. Top 3 all putting in solid laps. Steve with a 13 flat, Kendra 13-8, Alex 13-5. Ooh. Be mindful of your leader down that straightaway. Kendra not far behind. So current pace, a 22.502 out of Steve Foley. It's a good way to kick off the night.
2 minutes to go. 13.5 four-wheel drive. Group number 1, Steve Foley setting the pace so far. Steve now on a 23-lap pace. Kendra running in the 2. Alex in the 3. Followed by Gary and Jonathan. We've got 1.5 minutes left in this one. Foley showing us how it's done. Clearing all the tables. One minute to go. We've got 1 minute left in this one. It's Steve Foley out front. Down the straightaway. Through the S and into the tables. He is downsiding all 3 of those tabletops. That is the fastest line on the track. Kendra in the 2. Coming into that table section. Just in front of Steve now. They head down the straightaway. Those are the race leaders, a lap apart. It's Steve, Kendra, Alex, Jonathan, and Gary. Time running down. We've got about 10 seconds to go in this one. Looks like Steve is going to make it by for 23. It's going to be close for Kendra to get 22. Oh, Kendra got caught at the line. That is time. Kendra and Alex, you're done. Got 3 to finish. Gary, Steve, and Jonathan, you're done. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, track marshals. 3rd place to Alex, 21.503. Kendra with a 21.5 flat. Steve Foley setting the pace at a 23.511. Next up is race number 5. 13.5 four-wheel drive, heat number 2. We've got Jeremy, Colby, Sean, Jared, and David. Going to need our drivers from the last race back on the track for track marshal duty. We got all our drivers. Need a couple more marshals out here. All right, thank you for blowing off the truck. Guys can take a couple
David
laps,
Miller.
get checked in.
Sean Smith. Colby Harden. Jeremy Hilsendiger.
Can't find Jared. Yeah, Jared messing things up here. Deluge. but it'll make it me because I used it last. I'm just gonna put Scott Deluge.
Jared Deluge.
There we go. Okay. All right, 13.5, four-wheel drive. Heat number 2, we got 5 buggies on the grid. Track marshals in their places. Track marshals ready, drivers ready. Go at the tone. Here we go. Let's see how they do. Got some pretty fast times from the first group. Oh boy. Not super clean on the first lap. Jeremy getting out all alone in that silver. Looks like Jared running in the 2. Colby in the 3. Jeremy and Jared have pulled away from the rest of the pack. Oh, Jared goes down. Jeremy now with some room out front. That all silver down the straightaway. Your race leader. Jared Deluge in the 2 down the straightaway. Leader goes down. Jeremy, Jared, Colby, Sean, and David. Making their way around. It is Jeremy out front trying to set the pace for the round. He is currently on a 23-lap pace. Jared Deluge not that far behind. Like one set of tables behind. They go down the straightaway. They got David Miller in between them. Oh, Jeremy goes down, and now nothing between Jeremy and Jared. They come over the tables and onto the straightaway. 1 and 2. Thank you, David. Making their way through the tables. Oh, Jared being cautious. Jared keeping the pressure on. Being smart in the tables. Seeing Jeremy's not actually clearing the table, so Jared's also just staying right behind him, waiting for an opportunity. Oh, Jeremy catches one of the plowshares. And there goes Jared now. See if he can take over that TQ from Steve Foley. He's a few seconds behind right now. 23.5.13 for Jared. 23.5.11. Pace set by Steve. It's Jared, Jeremy, Colby, Sean, and David. We are almost 4 minutes into this race. Just 1 minute left to go. Oh, Jared had just broken Foley's TQ time. He rolls it in the pit of despair. With 40 seconds to go. It's Jared, Jeremy, Colby, Sean, and David. Got to get top 5 to make the A tonight. Looks like Jared, Jeremy, and Colby all running fast enough to be top 5 right now. With 10 seconds to go. Jared gonna have to have a hero lap here to make the line. Oh, and you got caught, Jared. Colby, you're done. Sean and Jeremy and David, everyone is done. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, truck marshals. Third place to Colby Harden, running a 21.501. Second place, Jeremy Hilsendigar, 22.504, and taking the win for Heat 2, Jared Deluge, 22.5 flat. I don't know how much of a break we're taking. I'll let Jared figure that out. 5 minutes? All right. 5 minutes. We'll start round 2 in 5 minutes.
right, we got 21-5 on the track. It's going to be Hector, Darren, Tim, Jeffrey, Welby, Chad. And I will need my drivers out of that last race back out to Marshall. Except for me.
Well, and to be honest with you, Jeremy, I thought you were gone. Oh, did you? Okay. Because I rolled like 3 times, and then I was like, yeah, I ain't catching Jeremy. Yeah. Right. So what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Hector Lozano. Darren Semen. Jeffrey Moore.
Oh, there's an
Welby
idea.
Halls 3. Tim Carr.
Have you seen the little snow plows that they got for this? Yeah. All right, I got all of my drivers checked
Chad
in. I am
Williams.
looking for marshals. If you are in 13.5 4-wheel, do need you out there to marshal. I got Kendra volunteering. If I can get one more. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? There he is. All right, it is reversed order. Hector 1, Darren 2, Tim 3, Jeffrey 4, Welby, and Chad. Go. All right, drivers and marshals on the sound of the tone. We are off and running. Second and final qualifier for the 21.5 class. This is a class for the newer drivers, or the ones that just aren't ready to step up to 17.5 just yet. Darren gets a good start. Blue, silver down the straightaway out front. The white and purple of Jeffrey up into the 2 with Welby Knowles, your TQ holder. That orange and green rounding out the top 3. With Chad in the 4, Tim 5, and Hector up the inside. Making a nice move. Jeffrey asking a little too much through there. You definitely got to hit the e-brakes before you get to that back corner. So that will hand the lead over to Welby Knowles, and that's the last guy you want out front. Green and orange, your race leader. Purple and white of Jeffrey Moore in the 2, with Chad Williams up into the top 3. There's Hector in the 4. Hector's got a good run going here. Oh, it was a big mistake there to Jeffrey. Chad able to get by for the 2 spot. So 4 cars down the straightaway, all going at it for position. But it is that green, orange, running the TLR. Oh, and Hector down. He's going to lose 1 spot there to Darren. Oh. It's another bobble in this back corner. It's definitely a tricky track. You can't ask too much from it. Just keep it smooth, keep it on all fours, and hope you don't get a kick. So we have got 2 minutes left to go. Just be mindful of your leaders down the straightaway. Welby got that white and purple of Jeffrey in the 2 spot. And Chad rounding out the top 3 with the silver and green. With Darren 4, Hector 5, Tim in the 6. Oh, Tim down. Well, be coming off his fastest lap so far, 14-1. Jeffrey all alone there in the 2 spot. He's got great track position out there. Darren up into the 3. Chad 4, Hector 5. Oh. Oh. With 20 seconds to go. 17-5 coming up next. But good news, all these guys have made the A main. Welby just now puts a lap on the whole field as they both get by for one more. It's a great save out of Jeffrey down that straightaway. There is Hector, Chad, Tim. Oh, Jeffrey. That is everybody across the line. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. Got Welby, your TQ, taking the win. Jeffrey moves up to 2nd overall. And Chad Williams will round out the top 3. Oh, man, just barely 2/10.
Colin Clark, David Fox, Kevin Alder, Alex Stroudhopoulos, Tristan Humphrey,
Hello, there it is. All right, let's go ahead and line them up. It is reversed order. It's going to put Colin on the 1, David 2, Tristan 3, Kevin 4, and Alex will take the 5. All right. We have got a lineup. Drivers and marshals on the sound of the tone. We are off and running. It is Alex, your TQ, 21-5-10. Colin gets a much better start. That all orange leads the way. David in the 2. Kevin gets around him. Oh, it's a rough start here for Alex. A slight little roll over there for Colin. At all orange, white wheels, your leader. Black and white in the 2 spot. There's Alex in the 3 with the green and silver. And Kevin 4, Tristan 5. First minute down, 4 to go. Colin definitely getting used to this track. Down the straightaway. 21-5-02 with 2 minutes in, 3 to go. Watch the straightaway. Stay inside. That is clear. Oh, David rolls it over. Here comes Alex into the 2 spot. It's that green and silver. Your current TQ holder up into the 2 with David 3. It's Tristan 4, Kevin in the 5. So we are halfway through. Down the straightaway for Colin. 22-5-14. He's got a huge gap over the current TQ. It's been a nice clean run. Three in, 2 to go. So we've got stadium trucks coming up next. Oh, watch straight away. That is clear. We are coming up onto the final minute. One more. Oh. It's 1 minute. Colin's got to regroup here. Doesn't have too much of a gap over the TQ now. 30 seconds to go. Everybody well spread out in this one. Closest battle is half a lap apart. Ten seconds to go. Colin, David out for their final. Tristan should make the line here. And does. Keep it going, Tristan. But Alex, not so lucky. You are done. There is Colin taking the new TQ. Couple more to finish. One more to finish. And across the line. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. You got David taking third, Alex 2, and Colin taking the TQ at a 21.506.
Bash a doodle do. Colby Harden. Hector Lozano. Donnie Jackson. Jeffrey Moore. Gabe Wenez. David Miller.
Alrighty then. Drivers. Straightaways closed. The lineup is going to be the Bash-a-Doodle-Doo on the 1. Hector on the 2. Donnie 3. Jeffrey 4. Colby 5. Gabe 6. And David switching to the bus. All right, we have got a lineup, drivers and marshals, on the sound of the tone. It's a much cleaner start than the first round. Oh, Jeffrey coming in hot. He wanted that spot. It is Bash-a-Doodle-Doo. Down the straightaway, your leader, Donnie Jackson 2. And here comes your TQ in the blue and black short bus. And Hector not too bad in the 4 spot with Colby, Jeffrey. Make that Jeffrey, Gabe, then Colby. That's top 3. Go. Gonna be coming down the straightaway. Green and white, black and yellow, and the blue and black. Oh, Donnie making the move. Out front now, black and yellow. It's David giving the bumper to Chuck-a-doodle-doo. Be mindful of your race leaders. Oh, is Donnie getting a little tangled up there? He's going to give the lead over to David Miller. Black and yellow in the 2. Green and white in the 3 spot. With Jeffrey 4, Hector 5, Gabe 6, and Colby having a rough second round here. So we have got 4-wheel drive coming up next, just about halfway through this one. It's the black and blue short course. Looking dialed down that straightaway. 14 flat that time by. Donnie in the 2, not far behind down the straightaway. Yellow nose, black back. So everybody pretty well spread out in this one. Oh, Donnie down in the middle. Here comes Bash-a-doodle-doo up into the 2. Don't count Jeffrey out of that battle. He's not far behind in the 4 spot. Purple and white short course. One minute left to go. Guys, see that purple white short course? Give him some room. Oh, Jesus, David. About 30 seconds to go. It is David, Donnie, Scott, Jeffrey, Colby, Hector, and Gabe. About 15 seconds to go. Ooh. Oh, there's Bash-a-doodle-doo down. Jeffrey up into the top 3. So we got 2 short courses representing the top 3. So that is the buzzer. It's like Donnie going to be the first to finish. And the rest of them, thank you marshals, thank you drivers. You got Jeffrey taking 3rd, Donnie 2, and David Miller 21-5-11. That first round TQ will stand. They 22-5-14. Race number 4, 13-5 4-wheel drive.
Gary Weaver. Jonathan Galero. Alex Stroud-Hopolas. Steve Foley. Kendra Knowles.
All right. 13.5 four-wheel drive. Heat number 1, round 2. Looks like we got everybody checked in. You gonna be okay, Steve? All right. Gonna give Steve a moment here. All right. Are we good? Looks like we got everybody. All right, we got our 5 wheelers on the grid. Track marshals in their places. Track marshals ready. Drivers ready. Go at the tone. Here we go, round 2. 23.511 is the pace set by Steve Foley. Alex gonna lead them around here on lap number 1. Oh boy, Alex making the straightaway really straight. Amazingly, only loses 1 position out of that. Ooh, almost does it again. It puts Kendra to the point. Alex in the 2. It's like we got Gary in the 3. And Steve and Jonathan bringing up the rear. Kendra Knowles out front. Got Alex in tow as they come onto the straightaway. That's 1 and 2. putting down some good times, making their way around. Kendra, Alex, and Gary running in the 3. Got to make top 5 tonight to make the show. It's Kendra, Alex, Gary, Steve, Jonathan. Alex goes down. Kendra now with about a straightaway lead. Steve Foley making his way back up into 3rd. It is Kendra now all alone out front through the tabletops and coming back onto the straightaway. Alex now heading down the straightaway. And Steve down the straightaway. About 4 seconds separating each of those positions. Three minutes down, 2 minutes to go in this one. It's Kendra, Alex, Steve, Jonathan, and Gary. Steve Foley making a charge from the back. Now, right behind Alex in the 2. Meanwhile, Kendra out front, keeping it smooth. Steve putting the pressure on Alex, which is pushing them up towards Kendra. With 1 minute to go, the gap is tightening. Now 3 seconds separating Kendra from Alex and Steve. Kendra coming onto the straightaway. Alex and Steve now down the straightaway they go. Oh boy. 2.5 seconds with 30 seconds to go. They are definitely making up time. Alex makes a mistake. Steve finally getting by into 2nd with only 20 seconds to go. It's Kendra, Steve, Alex, Jonathan, and Gary. 10 seconds. They're going to go around one more time. That is time. And look at that, right across the line. Kendra, Steve, Jonathan, you're done. Gary and Alex. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, track marshals. 3rd place goes to Alex, running a 22.512. 2nd place, Steve Foley, 22.506. And taking the win, Kendra Knowles with a 22.505. Next up is going to be 13.5 4-wheel drive, heat number 2. We'll need our drivers out the last race back on the track for track marshal duty. Thank you. Your top 5 right now: Steve, Jared, Jeremy, Kendra, and Alex. Alex on the bubble. We'll see if anybody in this heat goes faster.
Jared Deluge, Sean Smith, Jeremy Hilsendiger, Colby Harden, David Miller.
All right, looks like we got everybody checked in. And looks like we've got marshals out here. Lineup's going to be reverse order. So David Miller on the 1, Jared on the 2, Sean on the 3, Colby on the 4, and Jeremy on the 5. If you want to make the A, you got to go 22, 5, 12 or better. All right. We got our 5 wheelers on the grid. Track marshals in their places. Track marshals ready. Drivers ready. Go with the tone. Here we go. Looking pretty good first time around. Oh, Jared sneaking to the front on the last corner of the first lap. Leading the way down the straightaway, that's Jared Deluge. Everybody running smooth and clean so far. Jared, David, Sean, Jeremy, and Colby. Oh, David dropping back a couple spots, putting Sean into the 2. It is Jared out front, making it look easy this time. Jared, Sean, Jeremy, Colby, and David. Sean Smith right now going fast enough to put him into the A. It is Jared, Sean, Jeremy, Colby, and David. Your leader down the straightaway in that white and purple. Flying around the track. Sean Smith running in the 2. Jeremy running in the 3. We are halfway through this race. At the halfway point, Jared on a 24 lap pace. He's getting his lap times down into the 12s. It's been really hard to do on this track. It's Jared, Sean, Jeremy, Colby, and David. Minute and a half to go. 24.509 for Jared. Sean Smith, 23.511. Sean is moving too. With 1 minute to go, it's Jared, Sean, Jeremy, Colby, and David. Jared holding the pace at 24.509. Holy moly. "30 seconds left. It's Jared, Sean, Jeremy, Colby, and David. Time running down. 6 seconds left. Jared goes by for 24. That is time. Sean, you got caught at the line. Jeremy and David, you're done. Colby and Jared. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, track marshals. Wow. Third place going to Jeremy with a 22.503. Second place, Sean Smith, 22.5 flat. And your new TQ, Jared Deluge with a 24.509. We will take a 5-minute break. 5-minute break. Get the main event schedule posted here.
All right, the mains should be printed back there. It is same order as qualifying. So 21.5 got about a minute. I will need 13.5 four-wheel A main out to Marshall. Again, 21.5 up on the track. That will be Welby, Jeffrey, Chad, Darren, Tim, and Hector. And four-wheel drive out to Marshall.
Welby Knowles 3. Hector Lozano. Chad Williams. Darren Semen.
All
Tim
right,
Carr.
I've got most of my drivers. Jeffrey's getting his car ready. I will need the little man off the track. Yeah, oh yeah. All right, I got all drivers out here. I do need one more Marshall.
Jeffrey Moore.
One more Marshall from 13.5 four-wheel. I need one more Marshall. Colby. Oh, thanks, Tristan. Yeah, right here. All right, drivers and marshals. We are live in less than 5. As well be out to a good start. Your TQ holder. Jeffrey in the 2. Got Hector all the way up into the top 3. Great start out of Hector. He's going to go to the 2 spot. Or not. They get tangled up. It's Tim. I'm just going to stop talking about that 2 spot. It's going to be undecided for a couple minutes. But I know Welby. He's gone. Checked out front. Green and orange through the chicane. Nice and smooth. And it is Jeffrey in the 2, Chad 3, Darren 4. All 3 of those guys very similar in pace. So 1:30 in, 3:30 to go. Lots of time. Welby through that front table. Oh, nice save. Up on 2 wheels, slams it back down. Jeffrey down straightaway in the 2 spot. There's Chad in the 3. That is the closest battle out there. Got another one for the 5 spot, Hector and Tim. We are just about halfway through. Nice, good job. The order has not changed. Oh, car down. Sean all over it. Well beyond a 21.509 through the front table. Jeffrey looking good in the 2 spot on a 20.509. And Chad a 19.507. Got Darren 4, Hector 5, Tim in the 6. About a minute 45 to go. 17.5 coming up next. Oh, good lap at a Welby, 13.1. Oh, sorry, never mind. Reading the wrong line. 14.3 out of Welby last time by. So we have got 1 minute to go. It's getting 17.5 two-wheel up next. We've got 20 seconds. Everybody well spread out. Closest battle is Hector and Tim. Even those two are solid section and a half away from each other. It's Hector out for his final. Tim gonna make the line. Keep it going. Nobody's done. So Welby gonna take the win in 21.5. Jeffrey, good run in the 2 spot. And everybody is done. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. Got Chad taking 3rd. Jeffrey Moore 2 with Welby taking the win. 21.506. So we have got 17.5 two-wheel drive on the track.
Colin Clark. David Fox. Kevin Alder. Alex Stroudhopoulos.
Watch the straightaway, watch straightaway.
Tristan Humphrey.
All right. Let's go ahead and line them up. It is Colin on the 1, Alex 2, David 3, Tristan 4, and Kevin on the 5. All right. We've got a lineup. Drivers and marshals. They're live in less than 5. We are off and running. It's a nice clean start here out of Colin. Gonna lead him around. Colin definitely figured out this track quickly. Had all orange down straightaway. Alex in the 2. He's got that green and silver, and David black and white, making his debut in the 17.5 class. It's already 1 minute down. Colin across the line going 13.6. It's Alex 14.5. David 14.4. Tristan not far off in the 4 spot. He's going to go around the outside there on David. And then goes way deep into the next corner. David gets him right back. The battle down the straightaway for the top 3. Oh, Tristan again trying to beat him to the next corner. Doesn't happen. Great racing. There's one thing this track has. It is fantastic racing. Lots of passing opportunities. Colin's coming up on the back end of that battle. Tristan gives him plenty of room. So we are just about halfway done. 22.5 flat out of Colin. So Alex all alone in the 2 spot, clicking off the laps. So once again, everybody's spreading themselves out. Colin, he's gone. He's almost a full lap up on the field. Got Alex about a half a track up on David in the 3 spot. David's got a good chunk of time between him and Tristan. 1 minute left to go. Drivers, 1 to go. Stadium trucks coming up next. Hopefully that one's a barn burner. About 20 seconds to go. Race leader down the straightaway. He's had a solid run here. 22.503. The white flag is out. Tristan's going to go out for one more. David, gets stuck on the donut, and that's what cost him. One more to finish, 1 more to go. Coming through that middle table, through the final, and across the line. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. It is David taking third, Alex 2, and Colin taking the win. A 22.503. Great run out of Colin. We got the stadium trucks / short bus.
David Miller. Jeffrey Moore, Hector Lozano, Gabe Wenez, Bash A Doodle Doo, Donnie Jackson, Colby Harden,
All right, lineup is going to be David on the 1, Donnie 2, Colby, Jeffrey, Scott, Gabe, and Hector. Yeah, it's ready. All right, we've got a lineup, drivers and marshals, on the sound of the tone. It is David Miller leading him around. Donnie in the middle of the short course war. Got Jeffrey 3, Colby 4. Here comes Chuck-a-Doodle-Doo. Or sorry, Bash-a-Doodle-Doo. Keeps changing his name up on me. Oh, beat it. Oh, that's the big problem with these stadium trucks and short courses going at it. Those wheels do get stuck in the body. Oh, look out. Wow. David all blue. Donnie in the 2. He's got the yellow nose, black back, trying to track down the short bus. And it is Scott in the 3 spot. White nose, green back with Colby 4. Hector into the 5. It's Jeffrey 6. Gabe in the 7. With 2 minutes in, 3 to go. Still Donnie not letting David get too far ahead. Still about a 2-second gap between first and second. Oh. Hector gets it on the wrong side of the pipe. That will put Jeffrey up into the 5 spot. Oh. Oh, yeah. It's 3 in, 2 to go. David down the straightaway, 15 flat. Donnie 14-7, gonna gain a little there. And it is Basher Doodle Doo rounding out the top 3. How do you do? Got your leader right there on your heels. He's just going to drive through him. He ain't got time to wait. It's a battle of the buses down the straightaway. Colby and Jeffrey battling for position, but their leaders coming through. Tell you what, short course starting to make its name present back at MHOR RC. Used to be a super popular class about 10 years ago. It's good to see the old girls back. What? Yeah. You seen me. About 15 seconds to go. Oh, Colby down. Jeffrey gonna get by. They might just make the line for one more. It's gonna be close. Oh, no chance. Colby, you are done. Basher Doodle Doo. Hector. Jeffrey gonna come away with the 4 spot. Oh, well, hold on. More out there. And now everybody's done. Got Basher Doodle Doo taking 3rd. Donnie 2 and David Miller taking the win at a 21-5-10. We have got 13.5 four-wheel drive, the B main. A lot of fast drivers in this B main. Colby, Alex, David, Jonathan, Gary.
Gary Weaver.
Hey, Gary. When you're coming down this straightaway, try to stay tight. There's not a second hump right there. Right there. I mean, you stayed in it. Can't what? No. No.
Jonathan Galero. David Miller. Alex Stroudhopolos. Colby Harden.
All right, thank you to all of my marshals. Got all my drivers checked in. Lineup is gonna be Colby on the 1, Alex 2, David 3, Jonathan 4, and Gary on the 5. Again, that is Colby, Alex, David, Jonathan, Gary. All right, drivers and marshals, we are live in less than hold on, holding. All right, we are live in less than 5, drivers. It's going to be a nice, clean start. Everybody playing nice in the first couple corners. And now the gloves come off. Oh, Colby goes wide, able to hang on to it, but Alex has got the inside. Nice pass. Colby to the 2. David 3. There's Jonathan running a 17.5 wheeler. Which it's definitely not as much as a disadvantage on this track, at least. This track is very slow. You got to really pick your line. Already first minute down. Alex down the straightaway, green and silver, followed by that sea foam green of Colby. With Jonathan not far off. He's got that blue yellow. David's starting to come back into this thing. That all green sits in the 4. Watch straightaway, stay outside. Other way. It's all right. All right. So we are 2 minutes in, 3 to go. So Alex down the straightaway, Colby down the straightaway. That might just be the closest battle out there. Got David throwing down some good laps. 13.2 last time by. Fastest car around the track. That all green over the last table, down the straightaway. There's a big bobble out of Jonathan. David going to take advantage. Ooh. It's 3 down, 2 to go. That battle's still raging. Jonathan, David down the straightaway. Colby sitting comfy in the 2 spot. It's a big hit out of David. Tries to hit that triple. Well, technically it's a double, but it is a double. Oh, David almost had him. Oh, but they get together. Jonathan hitting the front bumper, but David shut off or something. Oh, tough break for David. And you got some really good Velcro on this thing. Goodness. If you want to go back out, David, your car's on. Oh. About 45 seconds to go.
Tw 20 seconds to go. Whoa. It's Alex out front. Colby in the 2. Jonathan in the 3. Coming down. 10 seconds to go. Everybody's going to make one more. That is time. Alex, Colby, you're done. Jonathan and Gary and David. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, track marshals. 3rd place to Jonathan Galero, 21.510. 2nd place, Colby Harden, 22.507. Taking the win, 13.5 4-wheel drive B main. Alex Strafilopoulos with a 22.506. Next up, last race of the evening, 13.5 4-wheel drive A main.
Jared Deluge.
Thirteen 5 4-wheel drive A main. On the pole tonight, Jared Deluge, followed by Steve Foley, Sean Smith, Jeremy Hilsendagger, I hope I'm not killing your name, and Kendra Knowles. I think we'll need one more marshal out here if we could get one volunteer for the last race tonight.
Sean Smith.
All right.
Steve Foley.
Get everybody
Jeremy
checked in
Hill-Sendinger.
here.
Kendra Knowles.
If you don't mind staying down on this end, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Woohoo! All right, we got everybody checked in. We got our marshals out here. Let's go ahead and line them up. It's going to be Jared on the 1, Steve on the 2, Sean on the 3, Jeremy on the 4, and Kendra on the 5. All right. Here we go. 13.5 four-wheel drive. A-main. We got 5 buggies on the grid. Track marshals in their places. Track marshals ready. Drivers ready. Go at the toning. Good luck. Here we go. See what happens first time around. Everybody smooth and clean down the straightaway. Just as they qualified. Keeping the train through the tables and back on the straightaway we go. Jared, Steve, Sean, Jeremy, Kendra. Oh no! Our leader goes down. That puts Steve Foley into the 1. Sean Smith into the 2. Jared losing 2 positions. Everybody's still close together in this race. All 5 cars within a straightaway. It is Steve, Sean, Jared, Jeremy, and Kendra. Oh boy. Top 3 down the straightaway. Oh, Jared looks the inside. Decides to back off. Ooh, looks inside again. Gets it this time. Back into the 2. It is Steve Foley. Jared DeLue, Sean Smith now. Running in the 3. One and 2 pulling away a little bit from 3 and 4. Down the straightaway go. We're 2 minutes in. There's still 3 more minutes to this race. It is Steve Foley out front. Jared Deluge in the 2. 2 super fast, super clean drivers. Oh boy. As the race tightens up here. Jared now right on the back end of Steve, keeping the pressure on. As they go down the straightaway, making it a race. Oh, Steve goes wide, holds on to it. Oh, Jared sneaks inside, coming onto the straightaway. Oh, here we go. It's Jared and Steve Foley. Steve goes for it, makes it all the way to the corner. Jared doesn't lose in his composure at all. He's like, yeah, whatever. Here we go. They come through the table section. Our leaders coming onto the straightaway, 1 and 2. Right there. Steve not letting Jared get away. Minute 45 to go. They head down the straightaway. It is Jared, Steve, Sean, and Kendra. Woo! Back down the straightaway they go. Into the S section. Heading for the tables. It is Jared And Steve down the straightaway. Thank you, Kendra. Oh, Steve rolls it, gets a good roll. Just that roll, though, gives Jared a little bit of breathing room now with 1 minute to go. 23.5 flat. Looking at 24 laps again. Jared, Steve, Sean, and Kendra. 40 seconds left in this one. Jared's got just under 2 seconds on Steve right now. 30 seconds to go. Oh, Steve rolls it at the top of the table. I think that's going to put the nail in the coffin. 20 seconds to go. It is Jared, Steve, Sean, and Kendra. And looks like everybody will go one more lap. Jared's going to get, or not. Jared trying to scare us here at the end of the race. That is time. Sean and Jared, you're done. Oh, Steve's down. Kendra, Steve, and Jeremy. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, track marshals. Third place to Sean Smith, 22.501. Second place, Steve Foley, 23.510. Taking the win tonight, Jared Deluge with a 23.502. Like to thank everyone for coming out tonight to MHOR RC Raceway. We will be racing again on Saturday. If you would take some time to clean up your pit space and put your chairs back up on the table, it helps us out a lot. Thank you. We'll hope to see you again soon.